Hello Virgo. I am your awakening inner voice. You are not here by coincidence. The energies of the cosmos have conspired to bring you this message. Open your spirit and allow the wisdom of the universe to illuminate your path today. You didn't arrive here by accident. A silent current, one that only awakened souls can recognize, pulled you toward these words at the exact moment, Virgo. There are ancient voices that whisper when a message must be heard, and today they have guided you to this small threshold where destiny and free will intertwine. Do not run from the feeling of recognition that moves through you. That sensation is confirmation. The universe has conspired so that you, yes, specifically you, are in front of me in this moment. And as I hold the cards in my hands, I can feel your energy vibrating, seeking clarity, seeking justice, seeking direction. What I am about to reveal should not be taken lightly, because it touches deep fibers, invisible threads that connect your present to your future. If I hear you correctly, there is a calling, and that calling is urgent. Stay until the end, because today a piece will move, and it could rearrange your entire path. There is a phrase you must remember throughout this entire message and repeat whenever you feel the shadow trying to cover your light. I am dignity, I am truth, I am rebirth. This phrase will be your decree, your mantra, your torch in the coming days. Allow it to settle inside you, to resonate like an extra heartbeat, like a silent compass. Now, Virgo, I want you to observe with me what the energies have placed before you. I sense turbulence around your steps, as if you have recently walked between two forces. The light that calls you forward and certain shadows trying to pull you back. These shadows were not created by coincidence. They were raised by others' intentions, by thoughts that do not belong to you, by people who have hidden behind masks of understanding and support, when in reality they hold a small dose of poison for your progress. Do not fear this revelation. The cards show what you already perceived but didn't dare to name. There are eyes watching you with a mix of envy and expectation for you to stumble. There are words that have not been said to you, but have been spoken about you. Yet the universe decides to balance these forces today, because divine justice does not arrive when one begs for it. It arrives when the soul is prepared to hold it. In my hands the first sign appears. A key. It is not a traditional card, but this symbol slips spiritually into the deck when a cycle is about to open. The key marks the entrance to a revelation. It also marks a warning. Before you step into the light, you must recognize which chains keep you from moving freely. And among those chains, one is particularly significant: your own silence. You have remained quiet for too long to avoid conflict, to avoid hurting those around you, to maintain a balance that is not yours to hold. How much longer can you keep going without breaking? How much longer will you carry guilt that does not belong to you? These questions are not meant to pressure you, but to awaken you. Because the universe has seen your dedication, your constant effort, your impeccable discipline. But it has also seen how certain people have taken advantage of your kindness, draining your energy without giving anything in return. And here is where your first blessing of the day appears. Justice is approaching, sooner than you expected. A compensation comes through a gesture, news, an opportunity, or an unexpected revelation. Something that had remained hidden will rise to the surface. Something someone tried to keep from you will crumble. And you will view this situation with surprise, but also with deep relief. Truth, Virgo, always wins. And this time, it will favor you. I am dignity, I am truth, I am rebirth. Say it, even in silence. This phrase opens portals. The development of what I see is complex, because three planes intertwine: love, work, and your spiritual energy. In love, I perceive instability, as if emotions are in constant fluctuation. You may be dealing with doubts, uncomfortable silences, or feelings the other person has yet to express. If you are in a relationship, there is a pending conversation, a necessary truth that will release tension. If single, Someone is approaching, someone already thinking of you from afar, someone observing or remembering your energy. But it is not time yet for that energy to fully materialize. Do not rush. The universe asks you for patience so the true connections can align. In work, a new cycle opens. There is movement, expansion, a break from a phase that had become too small for you. Do you feel it? As if you no longer fit in the old space, as if something inside you urges you to evolve, create, make decisions that bring more independence or stability. That calling is not a whim. It is your purpose knocking. You ignored it before out of fear. But this time, you will not be able to. Something will happen. A message, a comment, an opportunity, or an unexpected turn that will finally push you to move forward. What you are feeling, that mix of restlessness and desire to break free from stagnation, is not anxiety. It is intuition. It is your higher self reminding you that you were born for something greater than what some people wanted you to believe. Your spiritual energy is entering a realignment process. You have gone through stages where you felt disconnected, exhausted, without guidance. But now the wheel begins turning in your favor again. Abundance will start to reveal itself in small signs. Numerical synchronicities, vivid dreams, sudden intuitions, people appearing with precise messages at the exact moment. Nothing will be a coincidence. Everything will be part of the divine chain the universe has placed to lead you toward victory. Because yes, Virgo, this reading does not only reveal enemies and shadows. It also announces victory. A deserved, fair, luminous victory. And at this point I ask you to write in the comments the phrase, "I choose my transformation." This phrase, though short, is an energetic act declaring your will to change your life from a more conscious place. It is your seal in this process. By doing it, you acknowledge that you are ready to release the chains. After writing it, and as a gesture of gratitude to the universe for bringing this message directly to you, and also as a commitment to yourself to allow more light to enter, offer a like to the video that brought these words to you. That small gesture is not just support. It is a symbolic affirmation. I accept these signs. I accept this decree. I accept this rebirth. The situation intensifies as I turn another card. And what appears is surprising. The Shadow card. This card is not negative in itself. It is revealing. It shows what must be confronted in order to liberate your destiny. And in your case, Virgo, this shadow is represented by a person. Someone who has planted doubts or fears along your path. A silent enemy. Not someone direct or confrontational. Someone disguised as neutrality or even kindness. Someone who has benefited from your exhaustion, who has manipulated conversations or planted subtle distortions about you. This energy has been a hidden barrier you never fully understood. But today, the universe decides to illuminate it. And it does this so you can cut that influence once and for all. Here is the climax of this first section. The shadow falls, and behind it appears the Sun card. A twist marking your immediate destiny. Clarity arrives. Protection arrives. Divine justice, which once seemed delayed, activates. This is the moment where the key I hinted at earlier reveals itself. Something will change today. Something that will bring light where there was confusion. Something that will allow you to regain your power. Something that will make you look in the mirror and remember your true essence. I am dignity. I am truth. I am rebirth. Repeat it. Once more. Your energy color for these days is gold. A symbol of spiritual elevation. Your lucky numbers. 4, 17, and 33. Your spiritual energy strengthens, expands, and cleanses. I know that as you read these words, Virgo, a part of you recognizes that something inside is shifting. This is not suggestion or imagination. It is the energetic echo of what we already began opening in the first part. This message continues finding you because the universe has not yet completed what it wants to deliver. When a reading intertwines with the soul of someone as intuitive as you, it inevitably continues developing like a constant current, like a river that doesn't stop until it reaches the sea. And you, Virgo, are arriving at that sea after walking through long internal deserts. As I shuffle the cards again, I can feel your energy becoming more receptive. You are no longer as tense as at the beginning. Something has begun to loosen, like the chains we saw earlier have started to crack. And that is a sign that you are ready to receive the deepest revelations. Not everyone reaches the second part. Only those truly destined to hear it stay. And you stayed because this message belongs to you. It cannot belong to anyone else. I am dignity, I am truth, I am rebirth. Let this phrase vibrate within you again. It is your spiritual password for entering this new stage of the reading. There is an important movement the cards are eager to show. The energy stirs, as if something wants to surface quickly. And as I turn the deck, the Judgment card appears. Virgo, when this card emerges, it is no small event. It means what was hidden becomes exposed, what was unjust becomes corrected, what was unbalanced becomes leveled. And not only in your external world, also in your internal world. This card is a calling to your own voice, to say what you have held in for so long, to reclaim authority over your life. It invites you to break the silent pacts you made with pain in order to survive. You no longer need to keep surviving. Now it is time for you to live. And here I must tell you something that may be hard to hear, but necessary. Part of the misfortune you experienced was not caused solely by external factors. There was internal resistance, an old fear of shining too brightly, of standing out too much, of receiving too much. It is as if a part of you believed that by illuminating yourself, you would bother someone or provoke envy. And that belief made you dim your own light many times. But no more. The universe has decided to cut those old programs, as if it took spiritual scissors to sever the threads tying you to limiting beliefs inherited, learned, or implanted. I sense you have recently wondered why certain people drifted away or why certain projects stalled. You may have thought you failed. But today I reveal the truth. They were purifications. The universe was clearing your path of people, situations, or energies that could not accompany you into the next phase. How can you advance toward abundance while surrounded by those who feed off your efforts? How can you receive light while others try to drain it? That is why there were breaks. That is why there were silences. That is why there were distances. They were not losses. They were liberations. You are now entering a different phase where what arrives will match your worth, not your sacrifice. And believe me when I tell you, you deserve more than you think. You have worked harder than anyone knows. You held yourself up even when there was no one to support you. And the universe rewards that. As I turn the next card, the Queen of Pentacles appears. This card is powerful, especially for your sign. It represents abundance, stability, security, but also self-care, self-sufficiency, and emotional mastery. Virgo, this card announces that your finances will begin to shift. It may not be a sudden leap for everyone, but it will be an increase, an opportunity, an improvement. Something that allows you to breathe more easily. It could be a promotion, a new job, your own project beginning to bear fruit, or even an unexpected offer someone presents to you. But they all share something. This time you will not have to struggle so hard. This time your effort will be reciprocated. Here appears your next decree, the one you must also write in the comments to seal your intention. I open my paths through truth and abundance. This phrase, simple as it is, creates an energetic pathway that expands with each repetition. Write it when you feel it, not out of obligation but conviction. And then, as a symbolic offering to the universe and as a commitment to this transformation, leave your positive energy by liking the video where you received this message. That act is not trivial. It is a gesture of openness, a pact between you and the universe saying you are ready to receive more signs, more clarity, and more blessings. The development continues, and we now enter the realm of love again, because something important is about to reveal itself. There is a figure in your life, present or distant, who has been thinking of you far more often than you imagine. This person, though silent, feels a subtle invisible thread connecting you. But here the cards show something interesting. There are two energies, not one. One belongs to the past. Someone who looks back at you with nostalgia or regret. Someone who feels they did not know how to value you. The other belongs to the future. Someone approaching with sincerity, real intentions, and a heart-seeking connection rather than control. And here comes a question you must ask yourself. Are you willing to open up again? You are not being pressured, only invited to reconsider what you deserve. Because the past returns with doubts and promises that may no longer align with your present. And the future approaches with a warm light that seeks to help you heal. The choice will be yours, and no card can decide it for you. But here is a truth. True love does not complicate, does not wound, does not darken. True love makes you breathe more deeply, more freely, more authentically. As for your spiritual energy, there is an awakening the cards show clearly. A reactivation of gifts you had forgotten. Perhaps your intuition will intensify. Perhaps your dreams will become more vivid. Perhaps your perception of people will sharpen. This phase turns you into a magnet for signs, and you will need to stay attentive. Messages will appear in unexpected places. Conversations, songs, symbols, repeated coincidences. Do not ignore them. The universe will communicate with you more strongly than before. And now, Virgo, the moment of the turn, the climax of this second part arrives. Turn one more card with me. And what appears is surprising. The Magician. This card represents creation, personal power, manifestation. What you think now, what you declare now, what you decree now, holds multiplied force. That is why your main phrase is so important. I am dignity, I am truth, I am rebirth. This phrase activates your creative power. With the Magician in front of you, the universe says, break the bad streak. Your mind is your alchemy. Your words are your wand. Your intention is your fire. Every step you take in the next few days will have a profound impact. So move consciously, attentively, awakened. Your power colors for this phase are emerald green and white. Your lucky numbers: 2, 15, and 44. Your spiritual energy is one of creation, protection, and clarity. Virgo, you have reached this point because your spirit recognized there were still revelations waiting to be delivered. This message was not incomplete. It was gathering momentum to give you now, in this final part, the complete vision of what the universe has prepared for you. When a soul perseveres to the end of a reading like this, it means it is ready to receive the final key, the one that opens true transformation. And you, Virgo, are at that very threshold. You are stepping into the space where destiny, intuition, and divine justice blend. Take a deep breath as you read these words. I want you to feel the energy shifting into your chest, a warmth spreading from within. And as you do, repeat in your mind the phrase that has guided you throughout this reading. I am dignity, I am truth, I am rebirth. This decree not only clears your path, it illuminates it. Each repetition is a torch lighting a piece of your future. The cards speak again, and this time with a clarity that feels almost like a whisper directly to the soul. The first card appearing in this closing is the Chariot. This card represents movement, determination, victory. It is a sign that what was stalled will begin to move. What was uncertain will become clear. What worried you will resolve. The Chariot is the force that breaks the bad streak completely. It is the momentum that carries you forward without setbacks. And the most powerful aspect is that this progress will not come from luck, but from divine justice. Because the universe has decided to compensate you, Virgo. It has decided to return everything you gave, everything you sowed, everything you endured. This is not a spiritual cliché. It is a concrete revelation. The cards show a period of balance in which situations that once felt unfair will receive closure. People who doubted you will witness your growth. Circumstances that made you feel small will crumble before your renewed strength. At this final stage, the universe also asks you to observe your surroundings carefully. Because amidst all this clarity, there is still a hidden enemy who may try to keep you tied to old patterns. This is not a powerful enemy. It is not a dominant person. It is someone small disguised as neutrality, someone holding on to the past because your evolution frightens them. This silent enemy cannot stop you, but could delay you if you fail to recognize them. The warning is clear. Do not give your energy, your time, or your attention to those who only know how to take and never give. Divine justice will handle them. Your mission is to move forward. Here arrives the most important turn of this last part. As another card is placed on the table, the star appears. The star is one of the most blessed cards in a spiritual reading. It represents hope, dreams fulfilled, divine guidance, universal protection. When this card arrives, a portal of deep renewal opens. It is the sign that the worst is behind you, that the darkness has no more power over you, that your soul is entering a luminous cycle full of opportunities and blessings. Virgo, with the star in front of you, hear this. Your path is illuminated. Your life rises. Your wounds finally find closure. Your spirit receives the strength it needed to move forward without fear. This is not motivational speech. It is a cosmic decree. The star indicates that what you asked for will arrive. What you waited for will manifest. What you dreamed of will begin to take form. Now I invite you to declare firmly, as a spiritual seal that activates your destiny. I open my paths through truth and abundance. Write it. Decree it. Affirm it. Let this phrase build a bridge between your intention and your destiny. And afterward, as a symbolic act of openness and surrender to the universe's energy, leave your mark by liking the message that brought you here. It is not just a gesture of support. It is your way of saying, I accept, I allow, and I receive this transformation. Now we move into the realm of love again, because here the universe has a revelation it wants to deliver without delay. The star illuminates your emotional life with a clarity rarely seen. If you are in a relationship, this reading shows a rebirth. There is the possibility of a sincere conversation, reconciliation, or deep understanding that dissolves tension and strengthens the bond. A new light enters the relationship, clearing doubts and restoring a connection that had weakened. If you are single, the cards reveal the arrival of a person with true intentions. Not someone temporary. Not someone who comes to play games or fill voids. This person comes with a firm heart, mature energy, and a real desire to build something meaningful. And the most surprising part, this connection will not be forced. It will come naturally, almost inevitably, as if the universe were gently pushing both of you toward each other. In the economic and professional area, the cards show a moment of clarity in which you will make wise decisions. New opportunities appear, concrete advances, and improvements that allow you to recover stability and confidence. You may receive a proposal, a message, a call, or an unexpected offer that changes your direction positively. The universe wants you to know that you are entering a stage where your effort multiplies, your ideas flourish, and your work is finally recognized. In your spiritual energy, an intense expansion appears. Your guides accompany you more strongly than before. There are protective signs around you, synchronicities that will repeat to remind you that you are not alone. You will be guided, supported, and elevated. You are being prepared for a more conscious, freer, more aligned life. Virgo, this is the final climax. The last card I place for you is the World. The completion. The victory. The end of cycles. The spiritual ascension. This card does not appear for just anyone. It symbolizes that you are about to close a long, heavy, complex phase and enter a cycle of wholeness. The presence of the World confirms that your struggles were seen, your tears were heard, and your wounds were tended to in the invisible. With the World in front of you, I can tell you without any doubt, everything that was blocked is now released. Everything that was stopped now progresses. Everything that was confused becomes clear. Everything that seemed lost transforms. And you, Virgo, receive your victory. Your final color is deep blue, symbol of faith and stability. Your final lucky numbers: 9, 21, and 55. Your spiritual energy is fully available to guide you with each step. And now, Virgo, I say goodbye with a brief but powerful declaration. Your soul has been heard. Your light is being reborn. And the universe accompanies you from this moment forward into a destiny of abundance, love, and victory. Move forward with confidence. The best is beginning now.